Good evening. Welcome to a very special spooky edition of Cosmic Reid Live. This episode is sure to elevate your Halloween spirits, and it will take you to new heights, we assure you. I'm Cosmic Chris Reid. Thank you so much for tuning in. As always, we are in costume all October. Thank you for tuning in. Myself, along with a couple of co-hosts as usual. Let's go right now to Angelina and aha! Oh, even with the cup, Baby Yoda.
Hi.
How's it going? You look awesome.
Oh, it's good. I'm so full from Thanksgiving dinner, and I'm thankful for all of you, so I'm glad to be here.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, no kidding. Thanksgiving up in Canada, and happy Thanksgiving to all the Canadians watching along right now. Of course, we got one more to introduce. Let's go to Jeff. Oh, uh-oh. Where'd he go? Jeff.
Who is it? Who is it? Who are you? What is this?
Oh my goodness. Is that Jeff?
Yeah, it's really kind of more like, I know it's like the accent's more like an Arnold Schwarzenegger thing. And then honestly, like Leo is all like, it's kind of like
that is amazing.
more of a John Lennon look. So I don't know. I'll take that. Maybe I'll sing Imagine around 9:30. But yeah, was working on the accent. It just didn't pan out. It didn't pan out. Anyways, how are you guys? Happy Thanksgiving. Hey. Cheers to Thanksgiving. Just for you. Cheers to you. Okay.
Cheers. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Happy Columbus Day. Is it Columbus Day down there?
Something like that.
You know. Yeah, something like that.
Day off.
Yeah.
I didn't
day
mail.
off.
I didn't get mail, but I never get mail anymore, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah. Hey, we are very excited once again to be with you on a Monday night here on WDW News Today. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you're just joining us, maybe you're watching on a mobile device on YouTube, join the chat, will you? Because we love talking with you guys. We got Johnny in there. I see Drew and Mandy, Markland, Thomas, Karen, Arch Fox, Beverly, Lauren. Good to see you. Welcome. Another Lauren DeWitt also joining us. Bill Jones, good to see you. Rob and Drew, thank you so much for tuning in to Cosmic Reid Live. We're going to be imagineering our own Disney Halloween party at Disney's Hollywood Studios, a full hard ticket event talking about attraction layovers. We also have our Team Cosmic segment, which will involve the tweets and emails that you've sent in all throughout the week, including some great pictures as well. Horatio, thank you very much. Happy Thanksgiving. Happy Columbus Day as well. Alyssa, good to see you in there. And Penguin Project, Roaming Dreamers, thank you so much for tuning in. If it is your first time tuning in to the channel, make sure you like and subscribe to the channel and turn on all the notifications for WDW News Today. And if you don't mind just taking like a half a second and liking this video, we'd appreciate that as well. It's been a very, very busy week, and we're going to get... Yeah, I mean, Jeff, your glasses, by the way, those are like on point. Those are on point at the mode.
I felt
like
pretty good about the glasses.
Now,
if I don't feel good about anything else, but like, remember I told you post show last Monday that, and thank you very much, Joel. I was in Tootsie on Broadway. The tour will continue next year. But I from last week's Pixar character, we have yet another one. So this actually was the best $5 ever spent. Thank you very much. Just saying. So.
We got
Garofalo.
Thomas Strong, $2 super chat.
That is a good one.
Cheers.
Hey, did you ever see? Did you ever actually see Wet Hot American Summer? I tell you, she's a fantastic actress.
Janine Garofalo, excellent costume, Jeff.
Yeah, thank you.
Love that.
Thank you.
Now maybe this is a bit of a throwback to last week. Am I seeing the pink collar? Is that your Boo costume under that?
This actually the Boo this was the Boo wig, man. I'm telling you, like I said, I'm multi-purposing all over the place. Seriously.
Nice.
The glasses were the most expensive about this week. Yeah, no. And Leah actually made this beautiful collar for me out of some
That's
holiday
amazing.
ribbon. Thank you.
Cute.
Love it. And Angelina, your Yoda ears. What do we hang on? We got a super chat. Jeff, for your extra glass full tonight. Love everyone's outfits. Marklin, $5. Thank you so much for the super chat. As always, appreciate that.
Thank you, Marklin.
We love to have fun.
Actually, I know.
Yeah.
This is actually for the firing of the Atlanta Falcons head coach right here. There you go. Not to go back
Disney.
on sports today. Sorry, not to go back on sports. But let's go.
So Angelina, I was just going to mention, like your ears, totally on point, and that scarf is just bang on, Baby Yoda.
Thank you. Shout out to Mama Alberto for the ears. Quickly doing them right before Thanksgiving dinner tonight. So shout out to her for that. I have to say that I think these are my favorite costumes so far, and I can't wait to see what next week might include. So
I'm very thankful that Leah, I know she's in the other room watching 90 Day Fiance, because God forbid she watches this. But she actually has been very helpful in the creative exploits of like what I'm going to do as I'm freaking out at the last minute. I think she actually thought of this last Monday. So
no, that's awesome. Angelina, as someone who wore green last week, scrub that stuff off, because wow, it took I woke up with a green pillowcase, put it that way.
Oh, it's gonna be a long night.
Yeah. Cricket, $5 super chat. I think Jeff is trying to tell us something. Thank you for the super chat as always. Boo last week, Edmund this week. Who knows what's going to happen next week? Next week, we'll reveal next week's topic at the end of this show, but you can probably guess where we're going with this. Let's get into it. It's already 10 after the hour, and we want to talk about Disney's Hollywood Studios. If you had a hard ticket event there, what would it involve? There's so many cool ideas that really have just been not thought of, untapped. So it's just the Magic Kingdom Halloween party. Mickey's Not So Scary. So we thought we would do it park by park. So last week we did Epcot, and this week is Disney's Hollywood Studios. So to kick it all off, Edna, let's go to you. What is kind of the park entrance idea, the atmosphere, the party vibe, the party theme that you're seeing for your Imagineered hard ticket event, a Halloween party at Disney's Hollywood Studios?
It's not easy being green.
No.
JD!
Thanks, JD. Very true.
Wow. Not easy being green. $10. Thank you so much. Thank you. Appreciate that. That's awesome. So, Jeff, over to you to begin. What's up?
Oh, I'm so sorry. You actually broke out. So, okay. First things first, I applaud women with long hair, because I just did this. I was saying earlier, and I think I actually broke my neck. So I don't know how women like toss their hair so much. Also, I would say if you want to try to straighten a wig, don't use a hair straightener on it, according to Leah, if it's only a $5 wig from Walmart, because it melts.
Oh my goodness, it's gonna melt.
There you go. So in case you wondered. It is. Listen, it feels pretty long to me. I gotta be honest. I have a crank. I need a massage. Anyways, I'm sorry. I am off it. So here's my special event, and I actually want to say we were kind of talking about this a little bit last week. Like, what I really would love is a way to kind of maybe bring the cost of these tickets down a little bit. You know what I mean? And like, so maybe there's a way we can keep some of the park open but cordon off areas. So that's where I'm going with this. But this event would be, and the atmosphere is Hollywood Haunts. It's a hauntingly humorous night, you see. So it's going to be kind of like some throwback. It's going to be mainly like the Tower of Terror vibe, but with like old school kind of like Halloween ghosts and haunts. But like I said, I feel like you could keep the park open to some guests, but you got the wristband. So Tower of Terror, Rock and Roller Coaster, Fantasmic is one area, Toy Story Mania only, and then the Star Wars area. So that's my atmosphere. Now, you don't want to talk like overlays and things like that yet, right?
Not quite. We'll do the overlays next, but just wanted to kind of get the overall vibe and what you might see as you walk in and walk down the main strip and go off to whichever area that you're that you like to go down first, right? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So I just like the idea of maybe not you know what I mean? Like just having it maybe a little bit of overlap, you know? And I know like at Magic Kingdom, you can get in a little bit early, but maybe this is something where, you know, and I think it actually might build excitement for other people to want to be part of it, you know? So it's another thought.
I like that. So. That's really cool. Okay. Baby Yoda, over to you.
Okay, so I will admit to you guys, I worked so hard on this costume that I may have forgotten a little bit about the party that I was going to throw. But if I was to think of an idea right now, I'm going to say that it's crazy because there's so many different lands in Hollywood Studios. So it's kind of hard, like Jeff was saying, it's kind of hard to pick one area that you can make the entire park, into a Halloween theme. So I think that I would like to focus mainly on Toy Story Land. And let's bring in Sid and some of those scarier characters from the Toy Story universe. And I think we should focus on them a little bit and give them their time to shine. And they need to take over the Toy Story Land for my event. So that's going to be the theme, I think, of my party. Shout out to Toy Story fans out there.
Yeah, shout out to Toy Story fans.
Yeah, there are. Yes, there are, and lots of them are watching right now as well. So appreciate that. I'll go ahead with mine. The vibe would it would be all the dark lighting, like the purple and the orange and the blue kind of dark lighting, lots of smoke down the main strip up to Hollywood Boulevard and such. And then I'm not sure that the event name would be this, but the theme would kind of be, before I say it, look at this. Angelina should really talk in Yoda syntax for the rest of the hour. Yes, I'm Cricket. $5. Thank you so much for that. There, yeah. See if you can do it.
I would love that. I would love nothing more than
talk
that.
Talk like Baby Yoda.
Yes.
Talk like Baby Yoda.
Oh wow! See, Chris, you just do the voiceover for her. Yeah. I like it.
You type to me what you're going to say and I'll say it. And then you mouth it. And then we'll have this weird vibe going on.
Yes.
My volume is a little low. My volume is low. Is that better? I get closer to the mic. Does anyone need to hear me? Okay. Hopefully that's better. I'm just going to get closer to this mic here. So my idea is that it would be something about like the evils of animation. And what I'm talking about, because Disney's Hollywood Studios has so much movie, references and ties and all that. So it would really feature the villains of the movies that are featured in the park. So like the Star Wars villains, and Fantasmic has like all of the animated villains. So it would kind of feature a lot of those villains, but I'd really like to tap into some of the villains who aren't talked about as well. You can talk about movies like, Judge Doom from Roger Rabbit, because once upon a time his costume was there and stuff in the back lot too, or with Roger Rabbit. You could bring in Black Cauldron and stuff like that as well. So that's an option as well. The villain from that, and just these untapped villains that. So it's kind of an all-encompassing 100 years of villains, I guess. That would movie villains.
God, 100 years of villains. You had me at that. That's all right.
Yeah,
I'm gonna retitle that. I love that. We're gonna retitle this thing. I like that. Okay, 100 years of villains.
Put the dig in. Yeah. We can hear it. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I know it. I see what's. Okay. So here's what's going to happen now. So that's the kind of overall vibe of the party that you're going to be going to. Disney's Hollywood Studios Imagineered Hard Ticket Halloween event. We'd like to know what you think as well. Please post your comments in the YouTube chat. We always check those during the show. Can we talk Air Bud? So there's a Disney tie-in. Thomas, I haven't seen Air Bud.
Yes.
Man, Treasure Planet. Villain from Treasure Planet.
I do love the very obscure villains that you don't, you know what I mean? Like, and I think like this would be a fun place to kind of like throw them away. And this is almost like, I remember they did like a villain. I mean, they did a villain party there, and like the haunted, the Tower of Terror, like 13K or something, I think had like a villain component.
Yes,
but
they did.
Alyssa was saying something in there, like out of all 4 of the main parks, I mean, I would have to agree with this, that, you know, this is the one that really could kind of maybe go for that scare factor a little more, because it's already like intuitively there. You know what I'm saying? So I'm totally with that. So I mean, villains makes too much sense. I mean, that speaks a little bit to my my nighttime show. But getting ahead, you know,
anyway. It was a while ago. They had the 100 Years of Magic celebration, so this would be kind of like 100 Years of Villains, but a hard ticket event that would go from September till, or probably June till October by this point.
Yeah. Well, right.
The way they run those events.
Cheers to Thomas Strong.
Thank you so much. Cheers to the Horned King. There you go. I couldn't think of his name. The Horned King is the one. Black Cauldron. Yeah.
Beautifully.
Yes. It's a bizarre movie too. I like it, but it's different. It's for sure different. The dark one for Once Upon a Time, another classic villain that doesn't get much showtime. Zombie. Yeah, Joel mentioned this as well, and I think there's a tweet from you as well. Zombie Stormtroopers. There's a legend novel in it. Imagine and embrace it. It takes a lot of brains. Prince John.
There we go.
Yes. Someone mentioned so Prince John. That was Robert M. Thank you for mentioning that. Actually, I remember meeting Prince John back in the late 90s. That's the last time I remember seeing him in the Toontown Fair. So that's a while ago.
Wow. God, that is so crazy, because like you're thinking about, you're saying like these they have all of these costumes, right? And they come out like what, once a year? I mean, like when was the last time? Like you said, like I didn't even know that existed. So I mean, it's just somewhere, you know what I mean? Like that is so crazy. Yeah. Oh my God. There's got to be like a dusted off costume area somewhere.
Mandy mentioned Judge Doom, and so my other costume, which it wasn't working out, was going to be Judge Doom tonight from Roger Rabbit, but the bald cap really didn't work, and I tried to put it on, and it snapped. So I was like, oh. So that's unfortunately what happened there. Hey, let's keep with the Halloween party and talk attraction layovers for Disney's Hollywood Studios. So Edna, back to you. What do you say for an attraction layover for Disney's Hollywood Studios Halloween party?
I just have to go back to Karen here, because it's like everybody has like such these other things. Like she's like, Prince John is just a Tigger clone with different fur and added features. So hey,
you're not wrong.
Sometimes we go back to the well. You know what I'm saying? That's yeah. I mean, that's what I'm saying. That's why I even told her that. I was like, well, you can't blame them. I mean, that actually is kind of what it is. I mean, somebody must have really phoned it in that day, and they were like, "This is going to be perfect." Anyways,
couple of chats first of all here. Elvis, welcome to the show. Talking to Angelina there, Baby Yoda. Baby Yoda has me at hello on the second season trailer for The Mandalorian, which is like in 2 weeks now, October 30th. Oh my gosh, I'm going to be binging. Well, I don't think you can binge it. I think it's one episode a week, but I'm going to watch that the second it comes out. And Alyssa just had a great idea here. Oh my God, what about a Sorcerer Mickey theme? It wouldn't be creepy or scary, but it would be so Disney. Brooms coming to life and all Fantasia themed. That would actually be pretty cool too. Yeah, I like that as well. That's awesome. Yeah. That's very cool.
That's really good.
Okay, Jeff or Edna, over to you.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. Whatever works. Call me John Lennon. I don't know. Horatio is actually saying I am very similar looking to a high school, I believe he said, principal from his bed. I'll take it. I'm not even sure what gender it was. I don't think it really matters, but that's fine. Anyways, so back to this, and I believe even Alyssa, somebody just said this, or no, it might have been David. David was saying, it's a no-brainer that Tower of Terror gets the overlay, or maybe it was Joel. Somebody said Tower of Terror overlay, and I'm like, that's absolutely correct. So even in my world, I mean, I guess Hollywood, the more I think about it, it's a pretty small park. You probably got to close the whole thing down. I'm just trying to keep the ticket price under, $120, right? So Tower of Terror special haunted overlay. And I would be very specific about it. I mean, it's like there's already so many Easter eggs in the Tower of Terror. But like the creepy does. And by the way, can anybody in the chat room tell me, Thomas Strong, did we miss this?
Thomas seen a super chat.
Ooh,
oh, hey,
Thomas,
thank
does
you.
that mean the Prince John slander? Oh my heavens! Thank you so much, Thomas, about that. We'll have a villain off. We'll have a villain pageant. Can anyone in the chat room or either of you? Because I think I Google this every time I come back from Hollywood Studios, and every once in a while, I may or may not have a few of these when I'm on the Tower of Terror. So who knows really what's happening? And but like. One of the drop sequences, okay, like, is there a girl in white? Am I making this up? Because I Google it. No. It's a girl in white. It's only one of the sequences, and a strobe light happens, and the puff of air, and I'm like, and I pointed out every freaking time I'm on this stupid thing with friends, and we never get that drop sequence. You know what I mean? No matter how many times I write it. Exists. Okay, Penguin Project.
It exists. Okay, 100. I've seen it.
Tell me about it.
It's like a clear. But she has like lightning going through her or something like that. Yes. It's really, really quick, but it does exist. Yeah, 100%.
Okay, all right. Because there was one time I had seen it, and I was like, Bud Light might have been like $6, $5 that day. I don't know. Back in the golden years of my life. You know what I'm talking about, Horatio, right? As I was your principal. But I was like, oh my God, there's a girl in white. And I'm like, I turned to people, and people were like, you're crazy. That's not real. But okay. But so Penguin Project, it was put in for Summer Night-tastic, and then it got turned off in 2012. Okay. All right, I'll take it. And you might be right. That might be exactly when I noticed it. I forgot about that whole, like, when they did the black overlays. Anyways, this all brings me to like the Easter eggs, right? Like, I actually think one overlay you could do could be, and I think Paris does this. I think they have actual different like experiences, so that it is different every time you write it, not just the drop sequence. But if you had like screens and you could tell a different story, like I'd love to know the story of the girl in white, right? Like what happens to her, and then they reactivate it just for these nights. But then the other thing I was going to do is, because they have all these Easter eggs, and I love that this is like right at the end of I think, ventriloquism and that stuff is crazy. And like Annabelle kind of comes from that, like the Annabelle movies, but like a takeoff of episode 98, The Dummy. And it's like a special homage to the dummy of the episode, which actually you see in the ride. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So it would just be like
on the side.
On the side, exactly. Like when you kind of come back, I hope you made it. So yeah, that whole thing. But like, so the pre-show changes, like the ride itself changes to be more like themed. But I actually love. Alyssa goes, Matt, props for how much you actually thought about this. Where's the napkin? The napkin actually was used today as I was thinking about this. So thank you. But yeah, man, I mean, I just think there's so many Easter eggs that are there, and the fact that it's based on such a, I mean, CBS All Access still has it, So like, I just love that the mythology kind of lives on. It's already creepy. It's not over the top scary, but yeah, that girl in white. Thank you everybody for making me think that the girl in white would be there. And I also would like, since we're all dressed up as you do Rock and Roller Coaster, nothing really changes, but there's an Aerosmith cover band playing outside, and you can trick or treat before the ride. But there's my own. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Hey, can I quickly just say there's a birthday in the chat? Happy birthday to Marilyn.
Hey, Marilyn.
Marilyn.
What is
big thumbs up? Yeah. Hey, Marilyn. Thank you for joining us on your birthday. Appreciate that. Always love having you with us. Thank you so much. That's awesome. Have an amazing evening. That's awesome.
Totally.
Have a Mickey bar or something if you got one.
Yeah.
Or just
go make a Mickey
cut some ice cream into the shape of a Mickey and have that. That's what I do.
Yes.
I do. Yeah, you don't know how many times I'm like, hey, look at 3 meatballs.
Thomas Strong snaps for the birthday.
In the shape of a Mickey, and there we go. It's just that much more fun, right?
Snaps for birthday snap.
Okay, Angelina, go ahead with the layover. I should say, Baby Yoda. Go ahead with your layover for Disney's Hollywood Studios Halloween party.
Okay, so there's many toys in Toy Story Land, and they are probably going to be, wow, this is a tough one, folks. I think that it would be a good idea to have a spooky version of the, oh my goodness, what is it called? Oh, it is the shooting gun game in
Midway Mania?
Yeah,
Toy Story Land.
Mania. Toy Story Mania. Yeah, Toy Story Mania.
Yeah, thank you.
Whatever that
And
was.
it's
Something
going to
Mania.
be Halloween themed, and it's going to be more of a like Buzz Lightyear Space Ranger spin type of game. Because it's going to be like different targets and things to shoot. I'm more excited about the fireworks / parade / show idea. So let's go to you, your idea.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. We will do that. Let's see. Okay, I'll do this one, and then we'll take a break, and then we'll come back and talk fireworks and such. But my idea was, and I know a lot of people probably thought I was going to say Galaxy's Edge or something to do with Galaxy's Edge. In fact, it's Star Wars related, but it's not Galaxy's Edge related. I'm thinking to draw more people in.
I would have lost money on that bet. But okay.
Hey, look at Penguin Project. Just thought of a name for the party. Mickey's Not So Screen-Based Halloween Party.
Yeah.
Oh, yikes.
It's so easy to do that.
There we go.
Man. Good Lord.
That is awesome. Veronica, this may be very creepy for some, but they could try and work the toys from Sid's backyard from the first movie into Angelina's Halloween overlay in Toy Story Land. I like that.
Yeah.
Because some of those
Thank you, Veronica.
Yeah,
those like monster. Yeah, those would be creepy. I would like that. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, those toys could be very creepy, man. Okay, all right, I'm seeing it.
In Toy Story Land, they should have a hole in Andy's fence that leads to Sid's backyard. Now, this is cool. Drew Myers with an idea. The hole leads to Sid's backyard, which is actually an indoor scary walkthrough experience consisting of Sid's toys, like Nightmare Experience. Or Nightmare Experiment, I should say. Yeah.
Wow, Drew,
that would be awesome.
You were like in my head. I had the exact same idea. But you just said it out loud, and I appreciate you for that.
That is, that's awesome. I love that one. Hey, so I'm going to start tours for mine, and basically the entire attraction, the queue and everything would be. Oh, before I go on, Thomas Strong, thank you so much for the Super Dollars Halloween themed show. Scary. Oh, you got me.
Where's Regis? You did, yeah, dude. I was like, don't let Chris read that. Okay.
Scariest bathrooms in WDW.
I like this. Yeah, there it is. Nice job, Thomas. You didn't even have to ask for it this week. You just got it.
Yeah. So the idea would be an entire Star Tours overlay. The queue wouldn't really be like a droid room. It would be more of like Vader's lair and like a droid room that is maybe not. Maybe it's the droids that are like BB-9E, some other like the dark side droids, you know what I'm talking about, and new droids that we've never seen before. And then the experience when you go in would be C-3PO at first, and then it would be taken over by a droid such as 9E is, somewhat known, the black BB-8 droid from Episode 8, The Last Jedi. So he would take it over, and all of the sequences, all of the scenes that you'd go through would be going through the dark side places. You'd go to Exegol from Episode 9. You would, you'd go down into Darth Vader's lair. You'd see the Emperor, the messages that would come across, the holographic messages would be Palpatine, would be Vader, would be all the Sith Lords, would be Darth Maul, and the sisters, like all of these old Sith, and it would be something about the Sith, right? So that would be the most of it. There might be even some, if you're traveling over lava or like in front of lava, you might get kind of warm in there as well, just briefly, but you'd feel the heat, almost like you did when you went through the void, if you had the chance to go through that. Alyssa, totally on board with that.
No, I like. Yeah, you just made me add something to the fireworks spectacular. Nice job. Great.
Jabba's droid torture room. Yeah. Sith tours. There you go. I feel like that was sitting right in front of me the entire time. Sith tours. Will.
Thanks, Will.
Yeah, there you go. So that's my idea to do a Halloween overlay. The other one I had floating around was like Alice Cooper takes over rock and roller coaster for a night. It's like Teenage Frank or one of those, was it Teenage Frankenstein, one of those movies, one of those songs that he does.
Ooh, or like Marilyn Manson. Ooh.
Oh, that would be intense. Something like that. Yeah, like something like that to overlay that one. But my love for Star Tours, so I had to mention that as well. Some good ones in the chat. Carousel of Horror had old pumpkin heads all pop off. Let's see. Mrs. Bubblegum and Friends says, I love your Baby Yoda costume. There you go.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Thank you for that. All right. I'm so there for Alice Cooper. Yeah, right? I mean,
yeah, dude, that is actually
good idea.
That would be really, really fun because like that wouldn't take too much to kind of change that over. It's like just a different pre-show screen and then, school's out or whatever for, just the ride music.
Yeah,
that would be an easy switch. Like that's like a
totally they could keep most of it the same, fun. just have a few different tunes as you go along. I think that'd be fun. Maybe some smoke and some fog before you go into down the tunnel, down the alley. And
yeah.
Yep.
Feel My Frankenstein. Like that's the one. That's the one I'm thinking of. Thank you, Rob. Appreciate that.
Rob Zombie. Actually. Rob Zombie. Would
Rob
be
Zombie.
crazy.
Yeah. I was actually at an Alice Cooper concert 4 years ago tonight. And I did the media. I was doing like the media photography to it. So he's like right in the pit with this guy.
That is a very random statement for tonight. Wow.
Yeah,
I know Rob Zombie too, but like Joel just said, Rob Zombie might be a bit much for Disney, but I think Alice Cooper could tame it down.
I would love it, but yeah. Skeleton crews at Disney, actual cast members in skeleton costumes all throughout the park. Horatio, that's cool. Like that would be awesome to see, right? They're all of them are in different. So it just looks like a whole bunch of skeletons walking around. Like whether you're doing food service or janitorial or guest relations or taking tickets or doing maybe not security, but all of the other ones in like matching skeleton costumes would be awesome. That would be cool. All right. Well, let's take a very quick break. When we come back, we're going to be talking more about Disney's Hollywood Studios and the Halloween party Imagineering ideas. We're going to touch on some food options. We're also definitely going to touch on the feature shows and fireworks and all that kind of cool stuff as well. Plus, we have your tweets and emails to get to as well. We're going to be covering that for Team Cosmic in a little bit, just a little bit. So stick around. More Cosmic Read right after these quick messages.
Looking for the latest in Disney news on the go? Then download WDWNT, the app. From news to videos to park hours and more, WDWNT, the app, is your one-stop shop for the latest from the Disney world. Available on iPhone and Android, just search for WDWNT in your device's app store.
Were you trapped inside a sinking Splash Mountain log?
Were you told to stay inside while the log sank to the bottom of the right track? Then call us at Loggins and Flume, theme park injury attorneys.
I'm Woody Loggins, and this is my partner Bertrand Flume, and we'll take theme park injury cases that other lawyers just won't take.
We want to get you all the cash you deserve, and maybe even some dry Splash Mountain clothes.
Or Princess and the Frog clothes, whichever you prefer. We know what it's like to be wet. We've been on Ripsaw Falls. Don't let Disney get away with making you mildly uncomfortable.
It's the truth. It's action. We'll make sure the process for you is satisfaction.
That's right. Disney can't run from this legal trouble, because ain't no place that far.
Call Logan's and Flume, 1-800-ZIPPER-D.
Welcome back to Cosmic Reid Life. Loggins and Flume. That spectacular piece from News Tonight, from WDW News Tonight, which happens every Thursday night right here on the YouTube channel for WDW News Today, 9 p.m. with Tom Corliss and Nicholas Cicero. I can't talk this evening.
Who?
What's that?
What are you talking about?
No, yeah. So join them for another awesome show this Thursday night. It's going to be a lot of fun. All right. I just love those skits. I think they're hilarious. Welcome back to the show. We're talking Disney's Hollywood Studios, Imagineering Your Own Halloween Party. I just want to take a moment and welcome all the WIGS members that are listening right now in the chat. And of course, you can become a WIGS member at patreon.com/WDWNT for as little as $2 a month. You get access to special features from WDW News Today and extra shows, all that kind of cool stuff as well. And I know there's always WIGS members listening in the chat. Steve Chris is drunk on turkey and gravy. I'm sitting down tonight for a reason. I'm just too full. Here we go. We got David. Steve, Matt,
my goodness.
Thomas, Carl, Mandy, Will, Beverly, Mandy again gets me every time. Doug and Rob. Hey, thank you so much. We'll make it work for Wig Short Force. Hey, good to see you. We got a couple of tweets from you coming up as well. There we go. So yeah, as little as $2 a month, patreon.com/WDWNT to become a WIGS member today. Also, make sure you like and subscribe, like the video here, and then subscribe to the channel for WDW News Today, and then turn on that little bell notification so you can get access to all of the videos. You get notifications to all those videos, I should say, when they go live and when they are on the channel. Of course, if you can just take like 2 seconds and like this video, appreciate that little thumbs up just below our heads. And if you feel so inclined to give a super chat, you can do that as well. It's a little $sign below the chat. Any amount is always appreciated, and all the money goes to WDW News Today. Let's get back into the Halloween party chat. Edna, back over to you, and talking about like a show or a feature, fireworks, something like that, to go with your Disney's Hollywood Studios Halloween party.
Wait, is it me? I'm sorry, I didn't hear her or me.
Sorry, Jeff. I said Edna.
Oh, Edna. Yeah, see, I'm sorry. You said Edna, and I was like, who? Is that the fourth box? I'm sorry. I'm not in character. I apologize. Let me clear my throat. Get my feminine voice on. Well, clearly the nighttime show. What's nice is that it's already got the place in Fantasmic, but it's all about the villains, right? It's like the Hollywood villains. I didn't come up with who was coming up with the crazy good the good lines. Come up with a good fireworks spectacular show in the Fantasmic studio in the chat room, please, and just let me know what it is. But it's basically, finally, what if the villains in Disney films win? We kind of like tiptoe around this possibility when they do the castle shows and the villains parties and things like that. But I'm talking like special songs and animation that the only place you can see them is at this party, right? Like they're not going to be on YouTube. I mean, until people film them on their cell phones, but it's not going to be right. But it's like, it's kind of like, think about Scar and his song in The Lion King. I'd like to know what it would be like if he won, right? Or what if Gaston wins Belle? I don't know. And that's how that life. Yeah,
like an alternate universe.
Like alternate universe villains, like these are different endings, okay? Like, and I gotta have Chernobog in there because I'm not sure. Like, when I ask people casually, like who the biggest Disney villain is, I mean, we get a lot of. And by the way, like just show of hands, who's Bob Chapek? Did somebody already say that? Oh
yeah, villains did win. They created Bob Chapek, David.
Well, they make an animatronic of Bob Chapek then on the mountain. And Cosmic.
Oh, we got a super chat.
Hey, super chat. Sorry, Jeff. Getting Cosmic Wiggy with it.
Wiggy with it.
$14.99. Thank you so much.
Yeah,
appreciate that.
Thanks, Shane.
Means a lot. Thank you so much. That's That's awesome.
Thomas Strong also not. Thomas Strong, I will say, seems to have very, very strong opinions on what should and should not happen in the villains universe. As Thomas Strong's super chat says, I'm not here for gas. Bell slam. Sorry, man. It's all pretend, bro. Anyways, but yeah, I mean, and obviously at the end, Mickey would kind of bring it all back. But I mean, I can't believe, as I was typing this up on my napkin earlier, Alyssa, that I didn't bring the Star Wars into this. You know what I mean? Because it's like, how could we not have, like, you know,
we're going to talk about that after the show.
And like, I'm sorry about that, by the way, but like, you know, with the Siths and like, I love Darth Maul, and like, you could actually have like, you know we love when the kids are in the Jedi training, but I mean, let's have like a straight up insane Jedi versus Sith battle, like on that Fantasmic stage. Like, you know, the Pocahontas is fine and all, but let's do like a full on like battle in that amphitheater for like a good, like choreographed, like 3 to 5 minute fight scene. And then anyways, I would say, but yeah, so I don't know who if anybody answered the villain, but I personally think, I mean, Chernobog, he's like a demon, man.
Who's the number one villain? Is that what you asked?
Yeah. Who's the number one villain? Did anybody have anything? I can't read the chat and read my napkin at the same time.
I don't think so.
So yeah, no, I don't think. But to me, Chernobog is like the most evil creation. I know everybody's wondering like how Wally's not in here, but Wally is just such a sweet guy. He just doesn't belong on Halloween. I'm sorry. You know, simple as that. Obviously, but we do this for like 20 minutes and then Mickey saves the day and there's just crazy fireworks. But I think you could get really, and again, I think Alyssa had said something earlier about like, you really could get kind of scary, right? Like, and it's scary. Yep. It's not for kids. Like, it's actually the opposite of the not so scary Halloween. Like, this is like in your face kind of, you know, like, again, like a Jedi battle. It's PG-13 for God's sakes. But I mean, yeah. And then there's lasers and there's explosions.
Alyssa says,
and then
but Wally saves the day.
Wally saves the day, Alyssa, and that's how it ends. It was going to be Wiki, but Wiki, whoever that is. It was going to be Mickey, but Wally rolls out. It takes him a good 25 to 30 seconds. He defeats everybody with a plant. I don't know. It's great. Thank you, Alyssa.
I like it.
Cricket.
Yes. Oh, we have
Cricket
a super
with
chat.
a $5 super chat. Thank you so much. Scariest fireworks ever. They start loading the amphitheater at 7, sell $100,000 worth of blinking junk, and then cancel it at 9. Due to inclement weather. Tonight's presentation of the scariest fireworks ever has been canceled. I had to,
oh my God.
I had to voice some of those ones.
Junk, dude. That is really good. But anyway,
tonight,
it's a villain's fireworks.
Could you imagine? So I for that Dinoland thing, the dig and dig it, I had to voice some of the like inclement weather ones. Can you imagine if it was like tonight?
Oh my God!
We're
why
sorry
have we not heard those?
Tonight you will not be able to put the dig in. Can you dig it?
Oh my God! Why have we not heard those? Load those into the show.
I think Jason took those out. I don't see them in there. I'm not.
Oh,
I would play them if I had them. We'll get them back. Cheyenne, Wishes fireworks show where you make a wish, but your wish doesn't happen, and the music turns evil and turns into Mickey's paw effect, and then fog happens, and then actors come out. Cool. Cricket.
Yes. But your wishes don't happen. Yeah, it's the opposite of cricket. Of
oh, that's so sad.
Any variety. Yeah.
Yeah. No. Can you dig it? Yeah.
Okay, seriously, Chris, you have to. If those don't exist, you have to go back into production, revoice them, and have them for us next week. That's all I'm saying.
I can do that.
Oh, Latin Duchess. Instead of wishes, call it curses. Oh my God, I love that.
Hey, that's cool.
Oh,
love that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thanks for that.
Latin Duchess. Thank you. That's cool. That's cool. That's evil wishes good. Only. Yeah. I'm liking that.
Yeah.
Kind of along the same line. Hit me with a "Can you dig it?" needs to be a thing.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Here we go.
Thanks, Thomas John. Thank you for the super chat.
Thank you. WDNO. We put the dig in. Can you dig it? There you go.
Never gets old.
A little more pause.
USA for any of those just tuning in the first time.
Pause.
Yeah. It's not a joke. It's the same voice here. Yeah. So okay. So we were talking kind of about like the phantasmic and we're just villains taking over, and that would be my idea. Is I mentioned the like 100 years of villains celebration, so it would kind of be phantasmic, almost opposite, where the one of the villains, I'm thinking something like Dr. Facilier as like the feature. At the end of that movie, he goes into the ether at the very end and kind of gets dragged away by the voodoo um, uh, gods or whatever they are, and basically it's after that and he's lost all of his powers, and to get it back he has to go and find other villains and make things happen. So he runs along villains throughout it, and the villain, like the antagonist, the bad guys in the show would be those demons that banned him, are like that glow in the dark, like the tiki with the weird tiki looking things are like the actual like antagonists in the show and go after the villains. So you'll be cheering for all of these villains trying to defeat these weird tiki things.
Sure.
And by the end, Facilier gets his power back. Can you imagine, Steamboat Willie coming with an overlay on it and all the villains instead? And Brer Bear would still be there because
Steamboat Willie with the villains just happened. That is a great idea. Steamboat Willie with the villains, you could fill that whole boat. That's great. Who leads it, by the way? Is it Maleficent? Who's steering the boat?
Mm-hmm. Oh my god, that's a good question. I mean, like, would Facilier just because he's like, woohoo, I did it. I don't know. That's cool though. That's a good thought. I'd like to hear what people say in the chat about that. Angelina, what's wow, we're running out of time. So what's your idea here for like a fireworks show?
Okay, so I want to do not a fireworks show. Sorry, it's going to be a parade in Hollywood Studios. So we're going to start from the front of the park, going into Toy Story Land, and so all of the toys that are present in this universe that are the scary ones. So there's like the guy with the spider head, and then there's the hook, and then there's all the toys that are in Sid's house, and many more that are just going to be created in this universe. But I want them to be like 12 feet high. Like, I want them to be big, and I want them to be scary, and I want them to be like traveling to Sid's. Oh, maybe we can throw in the eye, like there's in the fence. They wanted to have the scary area in the fence. So we are going to go towards that. And I just think that the idea of having even bigger toys that could be over top of us and all taller than us, all on stilts, because I think stilts are scary. But having all of those going towards Toy Story Land and going towards that scary area, I think that would be terrifying. But I think that it would be really spooky and fun, and that's my Toy Story idea.
I like that. Yeah, because that Sid's stuff is like pretty untapped. Like, they haven't really done anything with that, to my knowledge.
No, it's so scary.
Yep, that would be cool to see. $5 super chat from Alyssa. Thank you. So, Phantasmic's theme, scary parade. I just lost it. The ballerina hippo dancing down the street, just crushing your dreams. So it's $5. Appreciate that. Markland, $2. Kitty, thank you for the $2. Appreciate that. And Alyssa for the $5.
He's going nuts.
Because you actually have a kitty.
Yes, this was newly dry. This was newly dry cleaned, and he knows that. So that's why he's up there. This is Wally, everyone, by the way. Actually, Wally.
Yeah, there we go. That's right.
Wally? Oh my goodness.
There you go.
Okay.
Wow.
Well,
thank
you.
We have a ton of Team Cosmic stuff to get to. Are we ready to do that?
Yeah, let's go.
Let's do it. So these tweets sent in earlier today asking what you would lay over for Disney's Hollywood Studios Halloween party. This one, Ava Wagco said overlay smugglers run with a mission that takes you to Dathomir because of a navigation error. You have to get the Falcon off the planet before the souls of the witches overtake the ship and possess the crew. I really like that idea. I think doing one on Smuggler's Run would probably, be similar to something that you could do at on Star Tours, right? Same kind of concept. But I really like that one.
Yeah.
Let's see. We got HAEP says a Rise of the Resistance overlay based off the old Death Troopers novel would be pretty neat. Basically, an ancient Sith virus turns an Imperial prison into a zombie movie. It would be like Halloween Horror Nights House with scare actors. I really like the idea of that one as well. I think you could do a lot with these Star Wars ones as well. I just think it's to do something like that would be super cool. And I'm a huge fan of the Death Troopers as someone who has the full costume, screen accurate costume with that one. So shout out to the Death Troopers out there listening. Let's go. Shorn Force in the chat as well said, I'd do a sort of mashup overlay, Muppet Vision 3D and The Tower of Terror. Scoot a new Muppet Vision seasonal movie incorporating some of the same animatronics and stuff to reinvigorate the attraction while keeping the classic for the rest of the year. It goes on to say the Muppets would possibly reenact various famous Twilight Zone episode scenes. There could be live puppet performers, maybe instead of animatronics, more full-body Muppet monsters could roam around the theater. New pre-show too, perhaps spoofing on other scary stuff. That is so cool and so something the Muppets would do.
Wait, so that's Shown Force right there? The end threw me off. I can't get in there. That's Shown Force. That is great because my favorite part of the Muppets is when what's his face comes out with the flashlight. Like it'd be amazing if there was more of that. Yeah, of course.
Honestly, I think that the scariest thing that could ever happen to Hollywood Studios is if they brought back those 6-foot tall Muppets. Let's just put them in a parade. That's the scary Halloween parade.
The scariest thing they could do at the studios is bring back that giant hat that blocked the Chinese theater, I think. We can talk.
That's really good.
This is a cool one. Here, check this out from Mandy in the chat as well. I know what I just said. As Indiana Jones approaches the golden idol, we realize that it isn't the form of the ancient goddess of fertility. It's Jeff Melcars's Emmy, and he falls under the boulder. The scene is over. Then Wally appears on the stage and hands the Emmy back to Jeff.
Oh my God! Can I super chat?
I like it.
Where is that one, Mandy?
We did get a super chat from
Cheers to you.
I am
as well.
Oh, we did. Go ahead.
He just said cosmic wig. Let's go.
Shane, thank you so much again for the $15. That is amazing. Appreciate that. Thank you so much. All right.
Wow.
We
That's
got more there, Chris.
Cool.
We got more.
Yeah, we got more. Let's do this one here. So this is from Rob, I believe.
Chris, can I say one thing?
Yeah.
One thing.
Yeah.
Elvis Anthony actually says, so he's never done Disney characters, but I feel like, in the spirit of Halloween, he's done some pumpkin carvings and some, other horror maybe costumes. So where can anyone in the chat room who would like to participate, where can they send these photos?
Yes, please send your spooky pumpkins, your Disney pumpkins, your horror pumpkins, any pumpkins to chris@wdwnt.com. chris@wdwnt.com. If someone could put that in the chat as well, that would be appreciated. Yeah, because we would love to show them on next week's show. In fact, we will show them on next week's show if you send them in. That would be awesome. Thanks. Appreciate that. There you go. chris@wdwnt.com. So Rob, Engage Guy on Twitter says, thinking Star Tours would be a lot of fun with an overlay and stage show for Halloween. Like that option from that as well. Maybe featuring more of the dark side and Sith characters on a stage show as well. I got DZ Studios, Beauty and the Beast live on stage because it's already scary. Joel in the chat, as we mentioned this one earlier, Zombie Stormtroopers is an oldie but a good one, right? Based on a novel, and I that idea too. Zombie Stormtroopers walking around Batuu would be kind of creepy to see. Scott on Twitter, Midway Mania, give that one a layover.
I like that idea.
G.I. Joe says Tower of Terror, of course, good option there. Grateful for Disney says it's a small world. I mean, yeah, it's creepy small world. This is pretty creepy already. But let's okay. Here's a couple of pictures we got. These are from Cheyenne. This is from like a comic couple from a Comic-Con. And then check that out.
Come on, Cheyenne.
I know she's in the chat tonight. Her dad as well. So check that out. There we go. Love that makeup and the stitches that go up your face. Super. And that Oogie costume is really cool too.
Dude, that is awesome. That was a double.
That's so cool.
Cheyenne, you got a double as well, man, and snaps. Snaps from me. My heavens. That is awesome.
Last one.
I've not seen that, man. That is
this was sent in last week by Andrew. We just got it, the email at the last second. Dreamfinder and Figments that he sent in from. Right? Isn't that cool? I mean, he's got the vest, and she got the outfit, the shirt, and then there's even the grave diggers from the photo opportunity there down Main Street. I really, really enjoy that one as well.
Oh, that's so cute.
As well. Not quite done the Team Cosmic segment. I'm gonna flip to. There was a lot that came in on Twitter, and some that came in this evening, which I want to read a couple of these quickly. Let's see. Drew, shout out. Thanks so much for tuning in as always. Raskin Voyage of the Little Mermaid as the river Styx crossing. Hilarity ensues. More Beverly, please. Hydro, snaps. Doug had a good one here. Change up the trailers at the Sci-Fi Dine-In. I'd play trailers from 70s Grindhouse and 80s called horror flicks. That era is my favorite for horror, which would be really cool. And DJ, did you do any promo work for the Disney store? I was in the just saw this now. I was in the store and I swore it was you on the radio today. I don't think so, but I mean maybe. I doubt it. But maybe. Which Disney store? I'd like to know.
Yeah.
Let's see. Cheyenne, I would shockingly do Mickey's Runaway Railway due to the size of it, so a lot more could be done on the inside. As for a theme, I've not really come up with one. Maybe something that includes favorite characters, or maybe even something with villains. Toy Story Mania from Christine. And lastly, on Twitter, from the mayor of Whoville, Tower of Terror Nightmare Before Christmas would be interesting and unique for Walt Disney World, but really only the pre-show would change much. Maybe that's a reason to do it since it's an easy overlay. One email sent in this evening from Adam. This is kind of cool. Disney's Hollywood Studios Whodunit Halloween Party. That would be his theme. The event begins on Main Street, on the Main Street of Hollywood Studios with Oscar introducing his latest film, Halloween Hijinks, but before he can screen it on the stage, Officer Percival Peabody announces that some have stolen and destroyed the film reels. In a panic, the guests join the citizens of Hollywood on various attractions to reshoot the scenes from the film while gathering clues to find out who the culprit is. And many of the major attractions also involved in that. Really, really cool idea too. And I mean, super interactive, if anything. Yeah, no kidding. That is all the emails and tweets. But as always, you can send those in to Chris at wdwnt.com or hit me up on Twitter at Cosmic Reid. And for that, that will do it this week for Team Cosmic.
It will not.
All right, so
it will not, however, end the super chats. It will not, however, end the super chats.
Keep going.
Cricket wins.
Go for it. Go for it.
Cricket wins with Eli Roth presents Disney Junior Dance Party, which definitely should probably be an SNL sketch within the next week.
Can you?
If there's any SNL people out there, you should definitely make that because that sounds hysterical.
That is amazing. Cricket, thank you as always. I love that idea.
Cricket, you're insane.
Thanks, Cricket.
guys, I just got an email from Elvis, who is in the chat, and these pumpkins are unreal. They are so
Are you
cool.
kidding me, man?
I can't wait to see them next week.
You're gonna have to wait.
Angelina. No,
see them.
I want to right now.
No, these are like really, really good. But I'm gonna show them next week. Yeah, Michael,
Can you
Freddie,
just flash
Jason,
your phone
Chucky.
real quick? Flash your phone real quick. Just real quick.
Flash. Okay, hang on. I just want to make sure that nothing's gonna be up on my phone that I don't want. Okay, hang on.
Yeah, no, you.
Yeah, here we go.
You always got to check that. You always got to check that.
All right.
Just real
that's
quick.
a tease.
That's all you get.
Oh,
That's all you get.
Come
And that's
on.
not the only one. There's a few. There's a few right there. So these are really, really good. So Elvis, thank you for that.
Not
Appreciate it.
safe for
We're going to
work.
play those and show those and
you.
talk about those on next week's show. And speaking of next week's show, let's reveal that one right now. Next week,
One more super
create
chat. One
your
more
own-
super chat.
Oh yeah, okay. Let's go for it.
Yeah, Marklin for wig glue removal solvent.
Solve it.
Thank you, Marklin.
Marklin, thank
I
you
actually
so much
think
for that.
I think the iron actually turned the wig into solvent. I think it's going to come out fine.
Hey,
right, go
next
ahead,
week
guys.
on the program, create your own Halloween party at Disney's Animal Kingdom. As you can see that we're going down the list of parks here. So it's going to be doing kind of the same thing, but everything that involves Disney's Animal Kingdom. We'll lay over attractions as Halloween themed. We will do some, hopefully get to some Halloween food options over there and some special features. So join us next week at 9 p.m. Eastern for Create Your Own Disney Halloween Party at Disney's Animal Kingdom. Crazy that we got through this in an hour. It was so many of the Team Cosmic stuff that came in, and all the interaction as always. We totally appreciate the support. If you haven't done it yet, please give a big thumbs up to the video right here. Make sure you like the video and then subscribe to WDW News Today. If this may be your first time tuning in, welcome. Subscribe, turn on that little bell notification so you get all the videos from WDW News Today so you don't miss anything from us, pumping out videos and live videos from the parks every single day, 7 days a week, and lots of info. So there we go. Steve, in the after show, Chris was worried we all see pics of.
I know, right?
No,
you don't want to see that.
No, it's just.
I love how concerned he was. By the way, Steve.
I don't know what I was worried about. It was just an email that was up.
Yeah.
All right. Did I miss anything, guys? Are we good? Is that it?
I think we're
good
good
as far
we're
as
good
I
for
can tell.
next week here. Same bat time, same bat channel, Chris. Is that right? Or
Yes, you know it.
Are we good?
Hashtag
Okay.
Oh my
remember
goodness.
Hopper from Penguin.
Hey, also send us pictures of your animals for next week too.
Oh,
On Twitter.
Right.
yes.
Yeah,
Yes,
do
yes,
that
yes,
as well.
yes,
If you put your pet, your cat, your dog, your gecko, your fish in a Halloween costume, especially the fish one, I'd really like to see what you did.
I was going to say, if anybody
send
put
it-
their fish in a costume, man, definitely send that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Send it to Chris at wdwnt.com or at Cosmic Reid on Twitter. We will show those next week as well, your pets and Halloween. We thought it'd be nice to fit in with the Animal Kingdom theme as well. So we'll be doing that next week. Your Halloween pumpkin carvings, all that kind of cool stuff. Disney Halloween costumes, we'll show those. We always do Team Cosmic near the end of the program. So that does it for tonight. Thank you so much for tuning in, for all the super chats. We always appreciate those. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Coming up next week, we do a Imagineer Your Own Halloween party at Disney's Animal Kingdom. For Jeff, aka Edna, for Angelina and her porg, for Baby Yoda, and myself, the Tower of Terror Bellhop, I'm Cosmic Chris Reid. Thank you so much for tuning in. Have a magical week, and we will see you all next Monday right here on YouTube at 9 p.m. Eastern.